Good morning, it's Steve of Real Progressives. Do you kind of feel pushed into having to feel some sort of outrage or rage inside that it doesn't exist? Do you feel like you got to conjure up rage so that you don't get seen as like some sort of an apologist for completely unacceptable behavior? What I see right now is every single media outlet, every single mainstream newspaper, every publication, etc. Literally every single article, right down the end, is about Donald Trump. Like, I have never seen so much press about one person in my entire life, like ever. And, you know, there's a book, I think we've all read it before at some point in time, and if you haven't read it, I suggest you do read it. I think Debbie, the Same Progressive, is doing a book study on 1984. And this book, right, it has this one scene where everybody is brought into this room and they have a big television projector, like, to show pictures of the evil Goldstein. So fancy that, a Jew name, right? Goldstein, right? And they show this picture of the evil Goldstein who has done all these atrocities against the state and blah, blah, blah. And everybody has to scream at the screen. Ah! Ah! And the party is looking around to see who's not screaming properly. And they know that they've got to scream at the screen so that they all fit in. This is that managed outrage. This is that managed, focused anger. Hate. Focus the anger there and get away with all the shit over here. So as you sit there and you watch the way the media portrays what's going on right now, and you watch the way the people that are not really caring about progress are, you see the focus, and you see that they play right into this gaslighting, it's like completely distracting from anything meaningful. Now, I have gotten to the point now where I don't want to talk about Donald Trump at all. It's not that I don't know he's doing this. It's not that I don't know he's doing that. It's just that I don't fucking care. Because at the end of the day, the Democrats that are in there are passing every one of his cabinet nominations. They're passing every single one of the people. Every single one of them. Devos. I mean, every single one of these people is getting through the door. So me screaming and yelling, it's not going to do any good. It really isn't. So as you look at the other things that are going on, you realize that the big issues are, what is it that we stand for? Because we need to be ready with a message that everyone is already saying, everyone is already on point with. And we need to keep repeating it and repeating it and repeating it so that when 2018 comes around or when 2020 comes around, that we're not suddenly back to square zero where we're sitting here talking about the lesser of two evils yet again, and we're making excuses for I'm with her 2020. Because I can tell you right now, the Democrats, they don't learn from their mistakes. They will position Hillary Clinton one more time. And I am so over screaming and yelling, down with Trump. I mean, seriously, it's like I'm almost saying, okay, what do I need to do to make sure that progressives claim the mantle they so desperately deserve? What is it that I need to do to enable us to have a movement in 2018 that is just not reflexively against Donald Trump? Because we're going to end up stuck with another corporate Democrat if we don't get this right. If we don't get this right, we're going to end up with yet another corporate Democrat. I promise you. Because it will be seen as less than Donald Trump. It will be, hey guys, you already experienced Donald Trump. Do you want to go through that shit again? Woo, you remember how horrible it was? We need to put and I guess it's got to be Hillary. I'm telling you right now, if we don't stop focusing on Donald Trump, and we don't start focusing on what it is we want this to look like, we are so screwed it isn't even funny. Not only will we have suffered the Donald Trump era, but we'll be right back to another neoliberal hell. And we'll be sitting there talking amongst ourselves, gosh, at least it's not Trump. Whew, aren't you happy it's not Trump? I'm serious. All my life, folks, I am sitting here gripping every time somebody gives Donald Trump any kind of credence, anytime they elevate Donald Trump in any way, shape, or form. They are literally setting up the corporate Democrat to come in and look like a savior. More hope and change, neoliberal style. More hope and change supporting Wall Street interests. And I'm telling you right now, you don't have to like Donald Trump. Just consider him the corporate Democrat. And let's focus on getting a progressive agenda that we all agree, a people's movement. Look, Erikel Bloss of the Progressive Independent Party. You don't have to like Bernie Sanders, folks. You really don't. But Nick Branya of Draft Bernie for a People's Party. He's trying to suck the people out of the Democratic Party and bring them into a People's Party. You don't have to like Bernie Sanders to understand that he's trying anything he can to build a People's Party outside of the duopoly. This is exactly how Abraham Lincoln was able to pull off a third party, and it's exactly like it's happened every other time in our nation's history. You need a strong personality to suck the people out of the establishment. This is not a matter of whether you like him or not. It's a matter of we need to get people out of the duopoly, and we need to take it over and force it. You know, there's all these deep state things. There's all these issues that are way beyond any of our ability to actually do anything about. I mean, seriously, it's great reading. Maybe it's a good Tom Clancy novel, whatever, but it is not actionable. I jokingly say this, but I'll say it to you. Are you going to pay off the butler in the Rothschild manner to poison his tea in the morning? If not, why are you talking about him? It's not actionable. What is actionable is putting together a plan to take back our power. And the way we do that is to unite around the very essence of what Bernie Sanders stood for, what Jill Stein stood for, and demand macroeconomic reality to go with it so we can pay for it. To me, that right there is your people's agenda. We need a new deal, be it the Green New Deal, the Bernie New Deal, the FDR Second Bill of Rights, whatever. We need that. And we're not getting it by focusing all of our rage and energy and burning out on the specter of Donald Trump. This is my story. I'm sticking with it, folks. No matter how many times I hear something to the contrary, I always circle back to common sense. And common sense says it takes a long time to get the American public to wrap their head around concepts that are different than what they're used to. And so I am going to focus all of my effort on educating people. I don't care about current events and noise. I'm going to focus on building an army of people ready to take this country back when the time is right. You cannot do it by finding lesser evils. You've got to present a cogent answer for the hope that lies within. And that's what I want to do. If we have an educated movement, we can do some wonderful things. But we've got to focus on things that are actionable. Not focus on things that are pie in the sky. Not focus on beating up the boogeyman. This is my answer. Am I right? I don't know. I sleep well. I feel like it's the right answer. I don't get ashamed when I come on camera and tell you this. I don't feel ashamed. I feel emboldened to tell you what I believe because I believe what I'm saying is the truth. And as long as I'm dealing in truth, I feel like I'm not misleading you, and I feel comfortable telling you that this is the strategy I am taking. I hope you come along for the ride because this is a we thing. It can't be done by one person. It literally will take millions of us to do this together. It literally will take that. And it will literally take us caring enough about what we want to be more than what we want to do to focus our rage at Donald Trump and focus our rage at all those dumb hicks and all the dumb people over there and all the people over there. It requires us to lift each other up and say, dude, yes, we can. And mean it. Not fucking bullshit wall magnets or whatever, fridge magnets, but like freaking real, honest to God, substantive. This is who and what we are, and this is what we stand for, and we won't accept less than this because we know this is possible. If we live there, we can achieve great things. I believe that in my heart. I look at my kids, just so you know how serious I am, I look at my own children, and this is the same story I tell them. Now, that is how serious I am. And can I run for office? I've thought about it countless times. But the question I have to ask you is this. What is more effective? Is somebody, one vote, one thing, is somebody running for office really that powerful? Or is somebody who doesn't have the strictures of office or party really more powerful by being able to speak truth to power and being able to lead an entire army of real honest to God progressives that are raising their fists around the country saying no and activating them and educating them and making things happen? To me, that's where my strength lies. That's what I'm hoping to do. Will I ever run for office? Maybe. Maybe I will. But right now, I feel like I have an opportunity to do something special, and I'm not letting the opportunity go. I'm going to take it. And that's what I'm doing with Real Progressives. So with that, folks, have a great day. Have a good work day. Kiss your loved ones. Be good to one another. And I will see you tonight. Have a good day, everybody.